Celebrities are human too, and just like us regular folks, some of them live with chronic illnesses that they deal with on a daily basis. From lupus and Lyme disease to multiple sclerosis and diabetes, these medical conditions target anyone and everyone. Despite experiencing these health issues, many of these celebrities are using their platforms to raise money and awareness for their illnesses. Here are 25 famous celebrities who are fighting serious illness. Selma Blair, multiple sclerosis. MS is a condition which affects the brain and often spinal cord. The condition manifests in problems with vision, arm or leg movement, and balance, says the NHS. Cruel Intentions star Selma Blair revealed by an Instagram post in October 2018 that she suffers from the chronic disease. I am disabled. I fall sometimes. I drop things. My memory is foggy. And my left side is asking for directions from a broken goose, Selma wrote in her post. But we are doing it. And I laugh, and I don't know exactly what I will do precisely, but I will do my best, she added. Since then, she has appeared out in public numerous times with her cane, including on the Oscars red carpet. Wendy Williams, Graves' disease. My thyroid has been totally cattywampus, the talk show host said on her show in February 2018. What she thought was menopause turned out to be a form of hyperthyroidism called Graves' disease, which makes her suffer from brain fog, irregular periods, eye twitching, and more. George Clooney, chronic pain. It all started when the actor sustained a serious injury on the set of 2005's Syriana. While filming a scene in which his character was being tortured, Clooney fell off a chair and split open his head, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Turns out the injury was even worse than that. Clooney later learned he'd torn his dura, the outer layer around his spinal cord, and fluid was leaking out. He eventually got surgery on December 25, 2005, but he's battled chronic pain ever since. Gabrielle Union, adenomyosis. Fertility is not an older women's issue. It's an issue, period. The actress, who was diagnosed with adenomyosis, a chronic illness that causes endometrial tissue to grow into the uterine wall, has said. In addition to heavy periods and pelvic pain, adenomyosis is often linked to fertility issues, something Union, who is married to NBA star Dwayne Wade, was vocal about on the Dr. Oz show. She admitted she had lost track of how many miscarriages she had experienced, although she thought it was 8 or 9 at the time of filming in 2018. Today, with the help of her book, We're Going to Need More Wine, and talking publicly about undergoing IVF, Union is on a quest to help others who are suffering in silence. Sarah Hyland, kidney dysplasia. Kidney dysplasia is a condition from birth where the kidneys have not developed properly when the baby was in the womb. The Modern Family star told 17 in 2015. I was born with so many health issues that doctors told my mother I would never have a normal life. And she said, "You're right, she won't, but it won't be because of her health." Hyland had a kidney transplant in 2012 at the age of 21, which was donated from her father. In 2017, she hit back at people criticizing her for losing weight on social media, telling them it was because of her health issues. Selena Gomez, lupus. In 2015, Gomez revealed she had been diagnosed with lupus, an autoimmune condition which causes rashes, fatigue, and joint pain, which she underwent chemotherapy for. She spoke out after some wrongly suggested she had an addiction, telling Billboard, "That's what my break was really about. I could have had a stroke. I wanted so badly to say, you guys have no idea. I'm in chemotherapy. You're assholes." The complications from lupus continued for Selena, with her eventually needing a kidney transplant, which she got from her friend Francia Reza in 2017. Nick Jonas, diabetes. Jonas is among the 1.25 million Americans living with type 1 diabetes. "This is truly incredible," he said while presenting at the Radio Disney Music Awards in April 2017. "These kids who are up here are all type 1 diabetes like myself. This is a disease I was diagnosed with when I was 13. It was a moment in my life when I was just getting ready to start making music with my brothers and touring, and it was something I thought would slow me down before I even got started. Lady Gaga, fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is a condition that causes pain all over the body, and someone suffering with it may also experience extreme tiredness, muscle stiffness, trouble concentrating, and problems sleeping. According to the NHS, it tends to affect women 7 times more than men. There is no cure, but symptoms can be relieved through medication, therapy, and lifestyle changes. Lady Gaga opened up about her experience with the illness for the first time in her 2017 Netflix documentary, Gaga, 5'2". She was also forced to cancel a concert in Brazil because she was taken to hospital with severe pain. Bella Hadid, Lyme disease. Lyme disease is caused by a bite from a tick. When it is not detected early, it can cause long-lasting symptoms like pain in the joints, problems affecting the nervous system, extreme fatigue, and heart problems. Bella's mother, Yolanda, who also has the disease, revealed her daughter had it in 2015. The model later told Porter magazine it once got so bad she couldn't get out of bed for 6 days. Lil Wayne, epilepsy. The rapper suffers from epilepsy, a condition which affects the brain and is mostly known for causing fits or seizures. In 2013, Weezy told Power 106 Radio he was epileptic and prone to seizures. This isn't my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh seizure. I've had a bunch of seizures. I'll just never hear about it. He has since been in and out of hospital due to fits, and has on occasion had to cancel a show after having multiple fits and ending up in hospital, reports TMZ. Kim Kardashian, psoriasis. Kim has been dealing with psoriasis, an autoimmune skin condition, for years. I have been using this light, and I don't want to speak too soon because the psoriasis is almost gone. But I've been using this light therapy, and my psoriasis is like 60% gone, she told People in November 2017. That's wild because it hasn't been gone in years. Venus Williams, Sjogren's syndrome. Despite being a tennis superstar, Venus Williams revealed she had the autoimmune syndrome Sjogren's in 2011. The condition affects the parts of the body that produce fluids like tears and spit, often leaving sufferers experiencing dry eyes, dry mouth, tiredness, and joint pain. The condition forced the athlete to drop out of the U.S. Open in 2011, however. She soon returned to the sport and has since been a runner-up at Wimbledon. Halsey, endometriosis. Singer Halsey is one of many women who suffer from endometriosis. Speaking about it on Twitter a few years back, she shared how she felt about the diagnosis. Finding out that I had endometriosis was the most bittersweet moment because it meant I wasn't crazy. I wasn't a baby. I had every right to be feeling like the world was caving in. But it was terrifying to find out. Please know you're not alone, she told fans going through the same thing. Halle Berry, diabetes. I was 19. I became much healthier as I learned how to manage my diabetes, she told the Los Angeles Times in August 2015. It took a couple of years and some scary situations to accept that it was a lifestyle change and not a diet I could stop in 6 months. Morgan Freeman, fibromyalgia. It's the fibromyalgia, he said during an interview with Esquire in July 2012. Up and down the arm. That's where it gets so bad. Excruciating. Zoe Saldana, Hashimoto's disease. I had a great time in my 20s, Saldana told Porter magazine in July 2016 of her Hashimoto's thyroiditis diagnosis. Then your doctor says you're losing calcium in your bones. What the fuck is that? I would hear those conversations with my mom and grandma, thinking I'd never get there. I'm going to live forever, but all of a sudden it hits you. It's from night to day. Pink, asthma. Around affects an estimated 262 million people worldwide, and singer Pink is one of them. She has sporadically spoken about the condition, which sees the air passages in the lungs become narrow due to inflammation and tightened muscles, and that has increased during the coronavirus pandemic. Posting on Instagram in 2020, when masks were introduced as a cautionary measure to reduce the spread of the virus, Pink wrote, "I have asthma, and I'm wearing 2 masks. I'm breathing fine, and I'm not a selfish idiot. Wear a mask, it's not that hard." Tom Hanks, type 2 diabetes. I went to the doctor, and he said, "You know those high blood sugar numbers you've been dealing with since you were 36? Well, you've graduated. You've got type 2 diabetes, young man," Hanks told David Letterman in October 2013. Melanie Griffith, epilepsy. "I had 2 seizures. One, they took me off the boat," she said on a Women's Brain Health Initiative panel in October 2017. "I had this major grand mal seizure, and they took me to the hospital in Canis and then brought me back to the boat. And then I had another seizure, and I went back. They did the EEG and started to look at it seriously. When I came back to the United States, I was diagnosed with epilepsy, and nobody had said to me over a period of 20 years. No one paid enough attention to even diagnose me." Mariah Carey, bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is characterized by sharp mood swings. "Until recently, I lived in denial and isolation and in constant fear someone would expose me," she told People in April 2018. "It was too heavy a burden to carry, and I simply couldn't do that anymore. I sought and received treatment. I put positive people around me, and I got back to doing what I love, writing songs and making music." Demi Lovato, bipolar disorder. Demi Lovato was diagnosed with bipolar disorder at the age of 22, after suffering for years with addiction and eating disorders. Since receiving treatment, the singer is determined to spread awareness for mental health conditions and end the stigma surrounding them. As an advocate for Be Vocal, speak up for mental health. "It's possible to live well, feel well, and also find happiness with bipolar disorder or any other mental illness they're struggling with," Lovato told Women's Health. Michael Phelps, depression. The Olympic swimmer revealed that after every Olympic Games, he would fall into a deep depression and even contemplated suicide at one point. It started in 2004, around the time that Phelps was photographed with drug paraphernalia and was arrested for driving under the influence. "It would be just me self-medicating myself, basically daily, to try to fix whatever it was that I was trying to run from," Phelps said during the 4th annual conference of the Kennedy Forum. Through the Michael Phelps Foundation, he now works to provide children with stress management programs. "That's the reason why suicide rates are going up. People are afraid to talk and open up," Phelps said. Michael J. Fox, Parkinson's. The Back to the Future actor discovered he had Parkinson's, an illness traditionally associated with older people, when he was 29 in 1991. Parkinson's is a condition where the brain becomes increasingly damaged and is characterized by shaking. A few years ago, he told Haute Living, "I was diagnosed 25 years ago, and I was only supposed to work for another 10 years. I was supposed to be pretty much disabled by now. I'm far from it. This is as bad as I get, and I can still go to the store and go marketing." Charlie Sheen, HIV. The 2.5 Men publicly revealed his HIV-positive status in an interview on the Today Show in 2015 after gossip websites and tabloids suggested an A-list actor was going to make an announcement about having the disease. "It's a hard 3 letters to absorb. It's a turning point in one's life," he said. The actor said he was going public with his disease to end the blackmailing and extortion he had been subject to over his HIV status. HIV damages the cells in the immune system, meaning it is difficult for someone infected to fight off infections and diseases. There is currently no cure, but medication allows someone with the condition to live a normal and healthy life. Kristen Bell, anxiety and depression. Actress Kristen Bell participated in an online campaign for Child Mind Institute, in which she shared that she's been living with anxiety and depression since she was 18 years old. In the campaign video, Bell offered advice to her younger self and to anyone who found themselves struggling with mental health issues. "Don't be fooled by this game of perfection that humans play," she said. "Everyone's human. Everyone has problems. Everyone feels yucky on the inside sometimes. You deserve to feel just as beautiful on the days you wear no makeup, and the days you don't shower, and the days you feel like you're depressed."